Today's world has become so wired together, so flattened, that you can avoid seeing just where you stand on the planet. The main reason for today's flattened planet, of course, is the internet. The term digital media describes all forms of communication media that combine text, picture, sound, and video using computer technology. The compatibility is the main reason digital media are growing so fast. They can function well with one another to exchange and integrate text, pictures, sound, and video. Digital media are similar to traditional media yet different in ways that make them distinct from their predecessors. Because of the interdependence of mass media today, all the media industries are transforming simultaneously.
Digital media convergence. In 1978, Nicolas Negroponte at the MIT was the first to identify a theory called convergence. This theory gave a name to the process by which the various media industries in the late 1970s were beginning to intersect. This convergence meant that eventually the products of media companies produced began to resemble each other. Negroponte lists three segments of the media business: print and publishing, broadcast and motion pictures, and the computer industry. Negroponte created two models to show how this convergence was going to happen. In the first one, he displays the alignment of the media industries in the 1980s, and in the second one, the alignment in the year 2000. This early economic and technological convergence in the media industries is the most important reason for the development of today's 20th century discoveries made internet possible. The technological discoveries made in the 20th century made the creation of the World Wide Web possible. The main person who was involved in the creation of the World Wide Web was Tim Berners-Lee, a British native with an Oxford degree in physics. He created several new programming languages like HTML, which means Hypertext Markup Language, and the HTTP, meaning Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which allowed people to create and send text, graphics, and video information electronically and set up electronic connections called links. After making these developments, Berners-Lee gave a name to his invention, the World Wide Web, which according to Berners-Lee the original goal was working together with others. Also, he invented the first browser, which allows people to search electronically among many documents to find what they want. Later, Mark Anderson and his colleagues at the University of Illinois introduced a software called Mosaic, which two of its successors are Mozilla Firefox and Internet Explorer. Another level of help for the web is the search engine, like Google or Yahoo, which locates information in computer databases.
Web opens to unlimited access. Once Tim Berners-Lee had created the tools for access so that all types of text and video images could become available on the web, any type of information could travel virtually instantly to anyone with a computer and access to the internet anywhere in the world, without rules nor laws. The potential reward of consumers adopting a digital media was so large that all types of media companies were willing to take the risk of investing in the development of new products. Media and computer entrepreneurs wanted to be the first to deliver new creative products such that a large number of people will want to use. There we have the creation of Facebook and MySpace, which created an amazing online environment for teenagers. Teenagers with access to the internet in America. 30% of them have posted nude or semi-nude pictures, videos of themselves online. 24% have hacked into someone else's social network. 25% have created a fake profile. 37% use sites to make fun of someone else. 39% posted something they regretted later. 51% check social network more than once a day, and 22 check them 10 times a day. Today, emerging technologies are being used to create a new popular product the public will crave. What happens to all media? Some predicted that printed media would be dead by now. Yet, book sales continue to be steady and publishers have created ebooks to take advantage of the digital form. The evaluation of media shows that development of a new mass media doesn't mean the end of the old one. Instead, they develop and adapt. Transformation takes 30 years. According to Paul Saffo, former director of the Institute of the Future in Menlo Park, how quickly consumers adopt new technology is predictable. He says that for the past 5 centuries, the pace of change has always been 3 decades, from the introduction of the new technology to its complete adoption by the culture. This has 3 stages. The first stage comes lots of excitement but not a lot of penetration. With the second stage, lots of penetration of the product into society. And with the third stage, the reaction to the technology is, oh, so what? Everybody has it. America is now on the third stage on the online technology, because it was developed in 1988 when 5% of the population was on the internet and now 79% is online.
Digital media arrived to the world to change absolutely everything we do. From the moment that you are able to compress this amount of information in this amount of space, you've changed absolutely everything about it. From how you transfer it, who you transfer it to, how many people are able to watch it, etc. Today, we can see in Mexico evidently how this has affected. Our greatest television network, Televisa, has gone down very, very badly in its stocks, primarily because of the rise of Netflix. Netflix is a digital media company. They deliver all the content through the internet that is compressed in digital way. So what we can infer from this is that in Mexico we are kind of slow at getting the technological trends, but once we get them, we are very ingenious with them. And today we can see the rise of social media expressed in its digital form being very powerful in our society. I wouldn't dare say that it's the most powerful, but without a doubt it is the one that has risen more. So what we can conclude from this revolution of technology in digital media is that a very simple thing, a very simple idea that someone has of compressing things, of expressing them in ones and zeros, might begin to us as something crazy at the beginning, like what does this work for? But once the advantages are evident, it is more than obvious that we have to take advantage of and create the next revolution. Revolutionize digital media into, I don't know, genetical media, then genetically expressed. It is within your DNA to receive the news and to know things.